I'm almost done. I've got about... our biggest concern is that currently the property exceeds 9 units per acre, which is in excess of the general density of this neighborhood. We have a concern, not only for the people here, that this is going to create a project-like atmosphere. It's all, the town's zoning, when we talk about affordable housing, is looking for mixed housing units. It talks about having housing that's not distinguishable one from the other. Well, this is all affordable. It's going to end up with a stigma, not only to the people who live in this. We don't want to create, quote, a project. It has a name that is adverse. It'll not only affect the people who live there, but the residences immediately around, quote, the project that's affordable. The town really looks at trying to have some sort of mixed using in their definition of affordable in terms of the type of housing. So you can't tell the difference between affordable and regular housing in terms of there, and have a mixed use. And we think that's a better use. That is much more reflective of the neighborhood that it's currently in. That neighborhood that it's currently in, if you look to the east, it's pretty much all single family. To the north, it's a mix of single family, two family, and some triplexes. To the west, in the commercial district, it's a mix of businesses, commercial, multifamily, duplexes, and single family. There's only one other large project which abuts it directly to the south. That's the town market rate affordable housing. That is run by a local family who lives in Easthampton. This is being proposed to be run by people who do not necessarily live in Easthampton, are not residents of the town. We're concerned with absentee ownership and controls being in place to make sure that this doesn't become a, quote, project as you would have in some of the bigger cities in Holyoke, Springfield, and Chicopee.
Are we all set?
Just a couple more comments.
These are important things. Why are you rushing him?
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
I have the right to ask, and I'm not asking for comments from anybody else in the public right now.
All right, I'll comment when he's done.
Okay.
No, there's no comments when he's done. We're closing the public hearing when he's done.
Well, there's an awful lot of people here who have
We're
something to
closing the
say.
public hearing when he's done.
Who says?
I do.
Madam, all these people want to say something.
I'm not going to argue about this. I said at the last meeting, I gave you an opportunity to speak briefly. We've had meetings, we're done. I'm not going to argue about this. We're not going back and forth.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One of the requirements under your general bylaws section, of which the zoning bylaws are, that you're to try to meet your master plan as much as possible. One of the concerns of the master plan is talking about to provide the rental housing, using your large existing buildings to try to convert those over to provide that housing. It really doesn't anticipate sticking one large low, moderate income, not even moderate, but low income, affordable unit in a mixed neighborhood.